Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be explaining you about COP26, that is 26th Conference of the Parties, Our Climate, Our Future. Our planet is in crisis and the world must come together to find solutions. The United Nations is an international organization that comprises the majority of countries around the world that are willing to work together to discuss the global issues. Climate change is one of the major problems these days. In fact, it is a huge issue affecting the whole world and all of the humanity. So what is COP26 or 26th meeting or Conference of the Parties? The issue of global warming has been recognized for many years. As far back as 1979, the very first World Climate Conference took place. Over the last 25 years, 197 parties, or you can say people or an organization from almost every country in the world, including the European Union, have met an annual conference to talk about reducing the human impact on the planet's climate. So where the meeting will be held? The meeting will be held in Glasgow. You can see over here. It is the city in Scotland. When the meeting will be held? COP26, 1st November 2021 to 12th November 2021. It is a little late. COP26 should have been taking place in November 2020, but it was postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic so that all parties could attend. At the 2015 COP in Paris, the parties adopted an international climate change treaty that agreed that they should all work together to limit the global warming to at least 1.5 degrees Celsius each year. COP26, now 6 years after the Paris Agreement, is a time for parties to assess progress made so far and agree on the process for moving forward to address climate change and to make this target a reality. So who all will be attending this conference? About 30,000 people will attend. The world leaders, climate experts, organizations and the media. In addition, every single global citizen will be affected. So let us infer more about world leaders and negotiators. Leaders of some of the world's most wealthy countries will attend, such as Boris Johnson, PM of the UK, who launched COP26 with a speech rallying the world to come together in a bid to choose a cleaner and greener future for all. Some countries may send delegates such as Vice President, Deputy Prime Ministers, and climate and energy officials. Negotiators. Team of advisors to world leaders will join discussions to say what their countries can do to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and prepare their people for the effects of the climate change. So, participants also include observers, who do not only observe will be taking an active role at the conference to influence the direction that discussions might take. So observers include UN officials such as WHO advisors and a host of other people like environmental organizations, international companies, youth groups, trade unions, farmers, faith groups, the world's media, etc. These observers can help members of the public to understand how COP26 is going. So the major question that arises is that who are the people that will be affected by the decisions made at COP26? Climate change affects real people. In many parts of the world, the people who do not or do the least to cause climate change can be the most affected by it. COP26 must provide the path to change that will improve the lives and protect the livelihoods of people in communities around the world. So the agreements will be made on actions to tackle climate change. What is to be stopped or start? What do world leaders need to agree to stop or start at COP26 to address climate change for the future? As I told before, the main goal is to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. What is to be started is finding money in budgets to spend on reducing climate change. Whereas, to stop making vehicles that emit any greenhouse gases. Food and farming, energy, oceans, land, health and happiness. COP26 will allow the 197 parties to agree on actions in different areas that will tackle climate change and benefit the entire planet. So why? The clock is ticking on climate action. The average global temperature is increasing day by day. COP26 must find a way to limit this increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius and help countries adapt to the changes to come. COP26 will split into 3 zones, and how the things will be going on is mentioned over here. City zone, green zone and blue zone. City zone events will take place all across Glasgow around the time of COP26 to encourage people to get involved. Green zone. Members of the public can get involved here, including you. School groups are welcome to join organizations in the green zone, finding out about climate change and the effect COP26 will have. Blue zone. This is where the world leaders and their delegates will meet, and COP26 president will make sure the meeting achieves what it needs to. So in short, COP26 involve important people coming together to make big decisions that will affect people across the world. That means all of us. Imagine a future very different to now. We can all work together to make changes that will increase and create a world where nature and humans can live side by side harmoniously. This is our climate, our future, and the future is unwritten. Thank you.